For 90 minutes at least, unity replaced unrest in Brazil as the nation got behind their team, roaring them to victory. Striker Fred opened the scoring in the second minute, the fastest goal in Confederations Cup final history.
So a great victory for Brazil there. Joining us in the studio now to tell us more is our sports reporter Daniel Henry. Now, what would have happened if they hadn't have won?
Well, there were already protests outside, so you can imagine how much the response would have been had they lost. Fortunately, Brazil stepped up to the plate. They played Spain off the park, and the real stars of that game were not so much the players who, let's face it, have paid lots of money to do what they do. It was really about the fans who, before the game, united and sung the national anthem with such gusto that it just threw Spain completely off their game. They were shook, they were shaken, and they were down within 2 minutes.
LBC 97.3's Dan Henry is at the finish line.
They're sprinting, they're stumbling, some are even leaping, but they're all crossing the finish line here at the London Triathlon. 13,000 competitors swimming, running and biking their way to glory over the last 2 days, many of them raising money for a number of worthy causes. Well, it's a simple equation, really. England must beat Poland to guarantee themselves a spot at the 2014 World Cup. Anything less, and they might not get there. There are 20,000 fans expected to help pack out this stadium, all coming from Poland. Well, at least that's what the FA from Poland are telling us. But they know that they're going to be in for a tough game.
News sports reporter Daniel Henry joins us now with more on that. So how do you think the league will cope?
Well, terribly, Heather. I've been speaking to representatives from the English Premier League all day today. They've been voicing their concerns, their worries, their stresses about this potential Winter World Cup. They sent us a statement saying that the Premier League's view remains unchanged. We are opposed to the concept of a Winter World Cup for very obvious practical reasons that would impact on all of European domestic football. To give you an idea of the potential upheaval that we're talking about here, just in England alone, in the English Premier League, there are 380 games played per season. They would all have to be moved around, juggled around to accommodate for this new tournament that nobody had predicted or expected up until now.
Daniel Henry joins me now live. And Daniel, the question is, can Murray do it?
Well, Jim, if he can do it, he'll pick up a cheque for £1.6 million. That's what the winners get. And Murray will certainly believe that he can. This is his second consecutive Wimbledon final. He's now a Grand Slam champion, Olympic champion. He's in excellent form. He's only dropped 3 sets during the whole tournament. Will he do it? Well, that's a different question. His head-to-head record against Djokovic isn't that great. They've played 18 matches. Djokovic has won 11 of them. And despite being just a week apart in age, it seems that Djokovic has got more experience at the sharp end of tournaments.
It's the oldest underground railway in the world. The London Tube is known the world over, but this feat of Victorian engineering has been brought up to date thanks to football. With just over 200 career goals, it's hardly surprising that Wayne Rooney joins the goal scorers on the central line. Michael Owen and Alan Shearer also join him, with his former club teammate Cristiano Ronaldo starting things off in Stratford. A Scottish writer came up with the idea for Sherlock Holmes, who's based here behind me at Baker Street. Fitting then that the author to the most successful team in Premier League history is based here too. So Alex Ferguson won 13 league titles in 26 years with Manchester United, going on to become arguably the greatest manager of all time.